HOVR, New Horizon Aircraft. This company is pretty awesome. What do? They build flying freaking cars. I'll just show you this quick intro. If that doesn't pump you up,
it's a flurry of emotions, really. It's something that
I don't know what will. Flying cars are finally coming. We asked for it for freaking 50, 60, 70 years, and it's coming. And this is a company valued at nothing. Absolutely nothing. HOVR stock. Let's see, their market cap, 34 million. It's been hovering around that price, even as low as 20 million. But this doesn't matter. This is peanuts compared to what it could be. If we look at Archer stock, or even Joby, well, I'll spell that wrong, 6.25 billion for Archer, and Joby sits at 7.948 billion. These are similar companies. HOVR might even be better. Why are they better? Really because of actually speed. They are faster, but the kilometer range is much greater than the other companies. Here, for example, you could fly from Portland to Washington, whereas you see a Lilium or a Joby is 99 miles, HOVR is 500 miles. You can go to different, you can go in Europe to a different country. Whereas all the other companies are more within a city, really more just a little air taxi. HOVR is really more of could be served as an air taxi, 500 miles in the same area without charging, because that's also a benefit that you have to charge this longer time, but less in usage, because a lot of these, you want to land, drop someone off, take the next passenger. But they're going to be used more for, let's say, in different commercial fronts, right? Here, for example, with the hospital, maybe they can take people from very rural areas, very far away. And if you think about it, it's going to even replace the helicopter industry. It's really just, these flying cars are really just a better helicopter. Now, why are they better? Well, right now people are pretty scared of helicopters, and rightfully so. We've seen many helicopter crashes. The most notable one that you all know about is Kobe Bryant, right? That happens because you have one rotor spinning if something goes wrong, or if something goes wrong with the engine, or in that back rotor, right, for maneuvering, you're fucked. Whereas these have multiple redundancies. On this one side of the plane alone, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rotors, and they're all running on different engines, I believe, which is also something unique about them. And also you can see this is just 6 on this side. You have 2 here in the front, and then, so that's 8 and 8, that's a total of 16. There looks like there's this big one over here. And yeah, patented fan in wing design. You can take up to 6 people plus the pilot. So it is really a helicopter, whereas Joby and Archer are less, they're 3 or 4 people. So HOVR might really be an interesting company. They are further behind in getting approval, regulation, and things like that from the government. But if they do make it, Joby and Archer, and they, as you can see, they are working on it, then they will probably be much larger than they are. Not saying as big as Joby or Archer, but even if they get to just $1 billion, here, look, they have a real flying car. The thing works. So if they get even as near, we're talking about huge growth from the $34 million market cap that we're at right now. Let's really just take a quick look. The stock has been as high as $10 in 2023. I'm not too sure what happened. I should probably take a look at that. However, I'm not too sure, but either way, it looks like a good opportunity now if the stock is not plummeting to zero, and it doesn't seem like it. They have a beautiful PE ratio of 3.56. And what does Joby have? Let's see. Joby stock. Oh, no PE ratio. Interesting. These companies, I don't know how, honestly, I don't even know how HOVR has a P ratio. They don't have, do they have revenues? How do they have revenues? 37 minutes ago, CFO acquires $18,000 in share. Wow. CEO, the COO, the CFO, wow, they're all buying shares. Tens of thousands of dollars. The stock is really low. This is really interesting. This is all new news. Let's do some quick math here. Let's say 2 billion divided by 34 million, which is the market cap of New Horizon Aircraft. 2 billion is being conservative, let's say, or give or take 20% of Joby or Archer. That's about a 58-60x from where we're at. So if you put $1,000, that becomes 60K. That's pretty nice, but I actually expected a little bit higher because let's say this is the very beginning and Joby and Archer haven't even gotten anywhere. So if it gets to Joby's market cap valuation, it's a 235x. That's quite crazy. For me, the amount of shares I have, that would be quite crazy. Now, let's say a complete miracle bullish scenario where New Horizon Aircraft beats Joby and is better. People realize they're better because something we haven't went over. All the other ones are doing everything electric. They're doing it hybrid, which actually makes it much better because most of the electricity is taken from the actual start and stop of coming up and down. When you're actually in the air, it doesn't take too much. So it's using a hybrid version of combustion engine gasoline for doing the harder part there. And then that's why it's able to fly a lot longer. And the reason something Joby is 99 miles is because it actually can do more, but you can't risk landing on a 20 or 10% battery. So they always have to land with quite a conservative amount of battery left over. So the amount of extra battery you have is actually not, let's say you double your battery, it's actually you have 3 times the amount of use, not 2 times. So HOVR has 5 times the amount of use, it seems. So let's say they win, and let's just do a $50 billion market cap. There's really no, that 1,500x, that is quite crazy. So what is that times, let's say, $1,000? That's 1.47 million. Who's to say it could be 50 billion? What is a $50 billion market cap? Let's see what companies are around that price. Is there a ranking? How do we? That would be interesting. There's not a way to find that out. Well, it's quite a high market cap. Let's be real here. Even if it's Joby or Archer, we're talking about a lot of growth. I saw this video of their flying car and I just got excited. This is coming. We're going to start seeing this and it's going to be pretty damn awesome. Imagine seeing this in your city from your balcony. What is this? This looks like, and this is, I don't know, Brazil, Venezuela. Very cool images. Obviously these are not real, but this is real. And they have a working 2,000 pound battery. Wow. I wonder how much is Joby's. So yeah, they have a working product and it's pretty damn cool. The environmental impacts of lithium and cobalt mining. Interesting. Yeah, they link that because it is quite bad to mine lithium. Are they saying that they do it better? That's quite interesting because they do use lithium batteries. I'm gonna have to dive into that. Either way, Apple uses lithium in your iPhone, so I'm not gonna complain. Tesla uses lithium. These companies are valued at trillions, so imagine HOVR can get to trillions. What is 1 trillion divided by 34 million? Oh my god, this is gonna be mind blowing. 29,000x. Wow. Times $1,000 if you put in there. It's not gonna be a trillion. Who knows? If it's the one company that the whole world uses for flying cars, it could be $1 trillion. $1,000 would become 29, almost $30 million from 1,000. Holy, that's insane. All I'm trying to say is, HOVR is quite early right now and just an interesting company to look at. All right, thanks for watching.